And welcome once again, my friends, to our Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast, brought to you by Instacopy Imaging. And we are live out on the patio at the Broken Spoke here at the lovely Amador Live Eatery and Entertainment District. Max, did you do something about the weather this week?
I know.
Because last week it was horrid. It was windy. My allergies were dying. I couldn't even do anything when I came out here. But
it was the last push, man.
It had to be that last bit of Mother Nature going.
Beautiful.
Like,
Yeah. I just wanted to give us one more backhand,
Yeah, just a little bit, but it is gorgeous out here on the patio. If I get a chance, I might turn one of the cameras around and go ahead and see it out there.
Yeah, the grass, man, it's turning green quick.
Yeah, it
roll.
Yeah, I could. Now, watch out for the weeds that kind of come along with that one,
Oh yeah, no, we have to really stay on top of it here, but
Yeah, it's what you do, man. You stay on top of it.
That's right.
All the time.
Well, how you been?
I've been good. It's been a while. You had some meetings. You had some stuff to do last week.
Yeah, I was out of town in the holidays, and all that
other stuff. So,
yeah.
How you been doing, man? I don't think I've seen you since St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, no, I think we got together the week after
St.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's right.
Just been busy. Spring break, touring colleges, for my son. He's about to graduate, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is it that time already?
Yeah, so we were busy doing that and just dealing with spring break stuff, but. No, we're here. We're in full swing, man.
Absolutely. Well,
happening fast.
I know things. You've got things going on every single weekend here.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about every Friday. Just has become Throwback Friday. So if you'd like to kick it back a little bit, definitely come out on a Friday night.
Yeah, DJ Mike G and Vias are here every Friday now in 575, and they're spinning older beats. The 80s, 90s, old school R&B, country, you name it, over in 575. They're having a blast. So
yeah. And you can't help but notice it on your social media pages that this week is Al Fresco.
Oh yeah, it's the New Orleans style.
Not New Orleans. It's Nolans.
New Orleans menu.
Nolans. You got to get your gumbo in there. You got to go. You get your etouffee.
Yeah, they're doing a shrimp boil.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I know Chef's going to do it well. He brought, I think, was it a couple of weeks ago?
He brought the full menu.
He brought the full menu out. And I was out here going dude, I'm not going to eat all of that.
I know, he just did the full spread. I think we were also doing photos. So
yeah, well, he got. I will tell you this: all of my radio station crew got a chance to eat all of that, but I did keep the bread pudding.
Yeah,
I said I'm taking that one. I put it aside. I had that one later on after we were done, and it was absolutely delicious. So if you get an opportunity to go ahead and come out for the Alfresco Days, that's this Thursday night.
Yeah, Alfresco is this Thursday. We are selling tables. Well, there is no cover, but we're reserving tables very quickly now.
And who's playing? I forgot to check
the
that.
Vibes Band. Stinger J. Remember we interviewed Stinger J about.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to go ahead. I was going to go ahead and pull up the website.
Yeah.
And see what we got because I know
it's probably down there.
There it is, right there.
Right there. Yeah,
I know what it is. I had it all set up. Yeah, so Vibes is going to be playing.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a jazz weekend actually. The Vibes are kind of kicking it off with the New Orleans menu.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be doing a bunch, and then the following day we have another jazz band, the Ojinaga Jazz Quartet, which go to the side there.
Oh, Monochrome.
Yeah, Monochrome will be here on Saturday, but there you go. Yeah, there's Robert. OJ, if you will. They actually played the first Alfresco last month.
So, when you did the Italian one?
Yes, okay. And so they're back by popular demand, so they'll be back. And then Monochrome will play Saturday night. So it's jazz this weekend.
Any covers on those, or just get your reservations for Alfresco?
Nope,
and then
just come on by, and then Chris Baker will be here the following weekend, and
then you've just got it lined up.
And then and then it's off to the races. We're doing a lot of patio shows on Friday, and then we're going to start kicking off our summer series on the main stage.
On the main stage, so you're going to have you can have the grassy area. You can have seats set up there, tables,
and it's just first come first serve tables. We'll have the dance floor out, and unless we have some other specific thing going on, there'll be stuff going on every weekend.
Yeah.
So,
and then of course, happening every weekend all throughout the summer, but we're also leading into Amador Days.
Yeah, Amador Days is almost here. May 5th will be Los Marianeros Norteño band. There's 3 other bands with them. So that's a ticketed event that we're working with some guys out of Roswell on.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the events on our website on that one. And then of course the grand makeup date for Bone Thugs is May 6th. So
Yeah, and all
there.
all you have to do is just head on over. The website, of course, is AmadorLive.com. You can check out all the events. Just go to their homepage. You can check out the events. So just sit here and watch the slider go by, and you'll see all of the different events that they've got going all summer long. And like you said, Amador Day is coming up.
Brian
got
Mars,
the Bone
that's a big
Thugs.
one, yeah. Oh, and
the
then, of course, the
Buckinghams. What is this?
Yeah, that one is actually coming out next week. The Buckinghams, who were, that's
Are we talking like the old school classic?
Old school classic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We'll be here with Lonnie Klein and a 23-piece orchestra.
Oh, I might have to come check that one out. Is that a ticketed event?
It's a ticketed event. That one's going to be coming out this weekend, actually. We're going to start launching it. So it looks like the flyer's already up. But
could be, yeah.
Yeah, but we're just finishing up the sponsors on that. And then onward, Frecuencia is going to be back. We love having them here.
Yeah, like I said, you've
Latin
got something.
Function,
you've got something going on pretty much every single weekend.
Yeah,
All American Live. That's going to be June 30th.
Yeah.
That'll be.
And then this one's going to be cool.
Triple Jack.
Yeah,
okay.
Triple Jack will be on the main stage July 1st, and then they're also going to do a out of El Paso. Marco Perea helps run a music school down there, and we're going to do like a Let There Be Rock.
Type of thing. Oh, you can have a performance with the students.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
All these kids that come in there learn how to be rock bands and stuff.
Can I come in and play Jack Black? I mean, I've kind of got the physique for that.
You can
I'm just kidding.
But no, we're stacked, man. We're gonna be rolling all the way through summer, and then we're working on some stuff for early June. We're working on an amateur boxing night.
That'll be good.
We'll be talking about that here by next week.
Oh, good. We'll find out the details on that one.
Yeah.
And for anybody who's been out over here to the Amador Live and you come out on the patio and you look at the grass and going like, yeah, there's no way that they can fit a boxing ring in there. Oh, they can fit a boxing ring. They put a full-size wrestling ring in there last year.
Yeah.
And this year was a little bit smaller. No pun intended. I know we had midget wrestling out there, but it was just they decided to go with the smaller ring. But last year I know it was a full-size ring, and you had tables and everything. So there's plenty of room out there for the ring. And I would suggest actually getting a table or coming out over here on the patio so you get that, almost the same height as the ring, and you get a great view of everything.
Yeah, we're just about done putting the details on the amateur boxing night. It'll be sanctioned by USA Boxing. It could be upwards of 18 to 20 fights. Looks like it's going to be June 10th. Mm-hmm. And so there's going to be several gyms that are involved. It's going to be a fundraising event for all the gyms.
That'll be good.
PAL's involved.
That'll be good. PAL's
involved. And gyms from all over the area, and probably some from El Paso and stuff like that. So we're just getting that pulled together so we can start marketing it, and that's going to be a fun night. I've always wanted to do, boxing.
I think it'll be fun. It'll be a good test, I guess you could say, to go ahead and see how things are going to go. And if things go well, like most of the time they always do here at the Amador, probably talking about getting a few more events.
Yeah. Maybe we can get it a pro event, but it's all about just seeing what we can handle. But when we did the Midget Wrestling Warriors on St. Patty's Day, I think we were upwards of 2,200 people here.
There was a lot of people here. But everybody was having fun. Yeah. Everybody was having a blast.
Yeah.
And everything went really, really smooth. I think right in the middle of the event, I decided, I'm ready for some more. I think I had the bangers and mash. The service was quick. Everything came out great, and it was a really awesome night. I think everybody enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, I think we pretty much got the program down for doing the.
Yeah, I think you guys handled it really, really well, and to find out that there were that many people here, and it did seem like it was really, really busy, but it didn't seem like it was uncomfortably packed.
Mm-hmm.
You think like, oh man,
well, the way people trickle in here,
yeah,
a lot of people they'll roll in, near the end of the
and there were, I think, doors opened up at 4. You had some people here at 4 o'clock just waiting for everything to get started.
And then we got that second pop because they had that country show.
Yeah, and everybody came in afterward too. Yeah, so that was a whole lot of fun.
It was fun downtown. There was stuff going on everywhere.
Oh yeah, and there's always going to be stuff going on, and I know sometimes you guys work with downtown as well, some stuff. Mm-hmm. But you can always have a blast over here at the Amador. And I did notice that we were in a new month, and I know every month you guys have a special event for the chef. Do we have any specials for this month?
Yeah, actually, I think everything's been focused on the alfresco.
Oh, they're focused on the alfresco. I'll let them get away with that one because I don't want to take chefs' focus away from anything because that alfresco is really good. They had that. as part of the Mardi Gras menu. And yeah, all of that is really good. So you'll really enjoy that.
Yeah. So everybody come on Thursday. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be packed. So get here a little early. And
when are you guys going to open up to start getting tables?
The music's going to start about 7:30, so we'll be rolling by like 6 o'clock.
Okay, so yeah.
Please call. Yeah, you need to call.
Yeah, call and reserve that table, reserve that spot, and that way you can go ahead and get a table and enjoy a night of great music, of course, and some great food with an alfresco New Orleans night.
Yeah, chefs have been working hard.
He always does a great job. I don't think he's brought anything out that I haven't liked so far. So. Well, there was that one time when you gave it away to all my friends, but that's okay. That's fine.
You got it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to eat all of that. I was not going to eat all of that in one night. But and if I did, my doctor would have had some words for me the next day because a little New Orleans and Cajun cooking is good. It's tasty. It's delicious. It's not necessarily on the healthy side of the spectrum for sure. So go ahead and come on out, and all of the other events if you want to check out what's going on. Like Max said, everything going on. Every weekend there's something going on. Just head over to AmadorLive.com. You can find out what's happening that weekend and make your plans to get out. And, of course, for any of the ticketed events, they can just contact you guys here, right?
Yeah, just call us 541-7417 or go to Amador Live.
All right. Go ahead and check it out. Thanks a lot, Max.
Okay,
and,
good to see you.
Good to see you again. Nice to catch up with you. And we're going to have another guest coming in here. We've got a couple to talk to. While we're waiting for that, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull up a little bit of sports action going on for this weekend. In fact, as we speak right now, I know that we've got a lot going on in the fact that Aggie baseball is going on right now. I believe that they are playing, and tonight, a little bit of a midweek game. Let's see. Pull up my notes right here. I had to restart my computer, so I had to restart everything on here. But, yeah, they are taking on Arizona. So that is going on right now as we speak. Of course, NBA playoff play-in games are going on right now. They've got 2 games tonight as Miami is going to be taking on the Hawks. And I do believe that out west they're going to have LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they will play on tonight to kind of move on. I think one is going to get the 7th seed in the East and the 8th seed in the West. And then a couple more play-in games tomorrow. And then I believe everything will start in earnest on Saturday. And I'm looking forward to some people complain about the NBA playoffs taking a long time, but man, that's a lot of great games that are going to be out there, and they're going to be pretty awesome. Not to mention, and we will be talking a little bit of golf later on, but we've got both our golf teams are currently playing in a couple of tournaments and doing quite well as well. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and welcome in. Scott, you're going to have to get a little bit closer. I promise I won't bite.
Sure, buddy.
Here you go. How you doing, man? Long time no see.
Yeah, I'm doing really good. How are you? You hear me okay?
Huh?
You hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Awesome.
If not, I'll just turn it up. Okay, you're good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so what you been up to, my friend?
Man, just work, man. The job that pays me is Samson Equipment, so we do all the weight room stuff. So high school, college, military, all that stuff. But then we're launching the revised goal line club for New Mexico State this next week. So I got some of my board members that I appointed myself.
You got some board members.
So, the regular
You're going to do this. You're going to do this.
Exactly. So it was thank you in advance, and you can't tell me no. So
there you go.
that launches next week, and then the spring football game is next Thursday. So just trying to get people excited for that.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of Coach Kill so we could possibly have him in before the spring game, but it looks like we might have to do it afterwards in our schedule.
Yeah, when he gets locked in on, I like this about him, when he gets locked in on stuff, like it's hard to get him during the season. He treats spring ball like the season. So we're going to pop over there probably the next couple of days to say hello, just briefly introduce the new board members, but I'll mention it, see if we can't get them over.
Yeah, I have tried calling Martha to go ahead and see if we can schedule something. And every once in a while, I ran into him outside in the wild. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I love about Coach is if you actually do run into Jerry out in the wild, he'll sit there and he'll talk with you and everything. And we caught up a little bit, and I said, we're doing the podcast, I'd love to get you on.
Yeah.
He said, go ahead and give my secretary a call, and we'll see if we can work something out. And then
I'm going to see them either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll plant the seed and see if we can't make it happen.
Oh, yeah. We'll get Coach Kill on for sure. I'll probably be after the game, maybe get him to relax, and he'll just give us what we're looking forward to in the fall. But I am looking forward to the spring football game. It's always a blast to go out there. And
it's next Thursday, 7 o'clock. So you're going to see us launch the new Goal Line Club here in the next couple of days. It's coming. There'll be a website to sign up. It'll be super easy to do. Minimum buy-in level is only $100, and that automatically buys you into our tailgate, which is totally free to everybody. It's part of your membership, and then T-shirt, things like that. So there'll be some incentives along the way, but we're going to launch that here, like I said, next couple of days, and then the pregame for the spring game is going to be at an MSU golf course. We'll open up the doors there around 4:30, and that's just come in and sign up. Food's free. There'll be drink specials, things like that, but we just want to get people in the door and sign up.
Oh, no, absolutely. That'll be a whole lot of fun. And absolutely, one thing that I don't say I've never understood, but one of the things I love about the fact that we have here, of course, is Division I football. And, win, lose, or draw, getting out there to go ahead and tailgate and have a little bit of fun before the game with your friends and your coworkers or anything else like that. To go ahead and get that done and enjoy that time, to me, is worth it for everything else that we've got going on here. So absolutely, to take advantage of what you've got to offer.
Well, it's we're kind of the same in this respect. I think. I mean, it's about community. I mean, it's a community event. Like I say this all the time about this. One of the reasons why I like to do it, why my friends love to do it, is because no matter what your walk in life is, your political affiliation, religion, socioeconomic status, doesn't matter. We can all grab a crimson shirt and go to the game and be Aggies.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
And like I've said before in the past, we've had very competitive seasons where we could have won a lot of games. And I don't want to bring it down to win and loss record or anything else like that, because like you said, the sense of community, the sense of just getting out there with your friends, some burgers and dogs on the grill, and a few beverages. Drink responsibly. A few beverages that are going to be out there, and then you go in, you enjoy the game, you root for the Aggies, you stand, you sing the fight song, and then you go home knowing that you had a good night out with your friends. And when you go home with that Aggie win, hey, that's just the
that's the icing on the cake, right? There you go. So the main thing, though, I think that's different now, especially, is we've got a new staff in, we've got a head coach in that has really bought in this community. He's out and about all the time, and he means it. It's not fake. I mean, he absolutely loves it here, and the community is starting to respond. But they've been, us in the community have been iced out for so long over the last few staffs, and it's going to take more than lightning in the ball in year one. We were super happy with how it went.
That was so much fun.
Super crazy. But I think what's coming with Conference USA, the old days of us of that being a flash in the pan are over. Yeah. Those days are over. The new dawn now is we've got guys here who care about us. They're involved in the community. They're out and about. Their players are out and about in the community as well. So we have to respond now and show them love back and make this thing grow. We've got a great – I don't know how they got these recruits here, but holy cow. I mean, we are on the precipice of doing some real damage next year.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of talk about the defensive line that is just –
But I was at practice Saturday, and we basically scrimmaged the whole time. Our size level, our speed, our athleticism is way better than it was last year. But these guys are competing, so there's a lot of talk back and forth, a lot of positive stuff. But they're going at each other, and I'm looking at my buddies going, "This is different. This is a new age." Yeah, we're about to do some real damage.
And like you said, and I couldn't have put it any better that way. That we've got a coach, we've got a staff, we've got that program that is coming in, and like you said, Coach Gill is very much a part of the community. You feel it. Like I said, it's not really that odd to run into him around town and be able to have a talk with him, which is one thing. Like you said, I think there are some previous programs that have really shut out the community in the past. I'm not going to mention. Purposely. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm not. Don't even get me started on that.
Well, let's just go to the last one. Okay. They did that, and that was a purposeful deal. Not everyone on the staff was like that, but you take your cues from the top. Yep. And that wasn't happening. And like you said, not to go back in history, but now we're going into a new era.
It's a new era.
What we just did last year, and you got to get excited about it. I mean, with the guys that they were able to sign, the staff that they put together, they're all still intact. We didn't lose anybody. Nope. which is crazy after the success that we just had. But you talk to our defensive coordinator and his staff, and it's like, well, why would I want to be anywhere other than this?
Yeah.
And it's like,
absolutely.
I'm not used to that.
Like you said, if you did want to bring it down to wins and losses, how can you beat last season? You know, where we had a winning season, we got to a bowl game, we won the bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to use wins and losses as an excuse, then there's no excuse to go ahead and get out to the games, get your season tickets, get the whole thing right there.
And I can
get
tell you
firsthand,
it's going to be better.
Yeah.
Next year's going to be better.
And it's going to be, and we're in a new conference. Conference USA. So now we have the chance, you know, if we do really well in the conference, go ahead and get to those bowl games as well. And when I was talking to Coach Kill, because I asked him, everybody's talking about Coach Kill football, you know, and I asked him, did we play some last year? He goes, well, you saw it in some places, but it's not there yet. And I'm going like, it's not there yet. But like you said, the way you're talking, the way they're talking about these players, we're getting there. And then when we get to Coach Kill football, man, that is going to be some exciting stuff. But I really like it. If you want to be there and watch that build and watch us progress like that, then you've got to get out there to the games and throw it. And
Game 1 is going to be us against UMass. It's going to be on a Saturday. And we are heads. I mean, we beat them last year, but we are heads and tails more talented than we were last year, and they are not. And that's our first home game. It's going to kick off the year. It's going to be a night game. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff, unless they change that, which I hope they don't.
I hope they don't.
Yeah. Well, the new era of Conference USA is going to be a little different, but it's keep it at 6. Yeah. And our tailgate's going to be set up. That Goal Line Club tailgate's going to be set up by 10 a.m. because we're insane like that. We're just going to go all day. But as soon as you see our 10 up, which you can't miss, it's in the Pan Am parking lot right across the street from the football stadium.
Okay.
If you miss us, you don't deserve to go.
And that's what you're calling the Aggie Prime tickets?
Yeah. So the Goal Line Club is what's launching that. So you're going to see this come out over the next couple of days with our guys. Social media. We got a website coming up. It'll all be live in the next 48 hours. And we'll launch all this stuff. But what's going to happen is you're going to see all that, and then we're going to get you signed up. If you sign up on any level, you get in the tailgate for free.
Okay.
And we cater that. We only use local businesses. So, you know, Amador will be one of those, Broken Spoke. But along the way, every home game will use a different locally owned restaurant to cater us.
That's awesome.
And that's the board's decision. They don't realize they have that decision yet. But but we're not doing chains. We're going to help locally owned businesses grow. So it'll be fun.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. And like you said, you know, get us more details when the website gets up and everything else like that. We will definitely talk about it. Might have you come in, talk a little bit about it on the morning show as well.
Of course,
no, I'll get that done. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this next season, and the spring game is coming up, so you don't want to miss out on that. And all I can say is, man, go Aggies, man! I cannot wait.
I
have not looked forward to a season like this probably since we first got into the WAC.
Well, who are you talking to? I mean, who are you talking to?
Well, you know, I see you out there.
I'm always optimistic, but it's always cautiously optimistic. I can throw all that away now. It's so exciting to be part of it. But then, once you take it over and I have great people to help me. But you realize what's not been done over the last 9-10 years. So we have a lot of room to make up. But we're in a really good position now. Las Cruces has woken up to what Jerry Kill is about. Last year was more like a wake-up call, and now we're going to bring people in. So this next year is going to be just phenomenal.
Yeah, it got your attention last year, so the idea is that pay attention and watch and get ready, because you're going to be, I won't even say pleasantly surprised. I think you will be proud of what Jerry Kill is going to do with the MSU football team.
Yep. I was super proud last year, super excited this year. Like we keep saying, it's going to be better. But, the main thing, if anyone's listening to this, is, hey, you need to be a part of this. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's invited. We're starting our levels for the year at $100. I mean, we're keeping it very affordable. And just come out and have a good time and judge us, judge your Goal Line Club out of the stuff we do. We're going to have a lot of events throughout the year. We'll have happy hour events all the time. Bring a non-member, get them to sign up. And you reap the rewards of that. I mean, Max is going to help us out with drink, stuff. Marcy at game 1 and game 2 is going to do that. Jason at the golf course, same thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to spread that around. But it's not just going to be in our football season. Leading up to the football season, we're going to have all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, and we got plenty of time to get a lot of things done before that first start of the season. And before you know it, the one thing about that, because we are starting earlier as well. We're starting our week 0 again.
That's right. Yeah.
So that football season is going to come up,
which is great, which is perfect. We're going to be a prime spot on television.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we're going to start on week 0.
You know what? I am even looking forward to those weekday games during October.
I am too.
Because those are going to be really interesting. In fact, I think there's only one travel game for those. So all of them are home games.
Yeah, there's I'm telling you, if you actually look at the schedule, not only the opponents stack up great for us, I mean, unbelievably great, way better than last year.
Oh yeah.
But like you said, only one of those games on the road is during that week. So one road game is doing that. The rest of them are at home.
Yeah, the rest of them are at home. Which, trust me, I'm very happy about, considering that.
I know you are, so am I.
Yeah,
I got a day job, too, so, you know.
Yeah, but considering, I think the last time that we did that, we played that, I think that Thursday game last season. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I went directly from the airport to the radio station to get the show on. That was a very long day, but it was well worth it, and like I said, it's going to be a great season.
Well, and again, for us, like I got a crew of 8 guys that are all either own businesses here or have jobs of influence here in town. I'm going to spread it out. I got a Department of Agriculture. I got social events coordinator. We're making up names as we're going.
Oh, there you go.
But names and titles. If you don't like it on your business card, change it.
Yeah.
But all these guys are rooted in Las Cruces. We want to make it about the community. We want to have community members come out. Aggie football games should bring the family out.
Yeah.
And we're with what we're trying to do in our tailgate. And it's going to be massive. I mean, last year's tent was a 20 by 30, and we had football alumni tents around us, so we had just one big thing. We're expanding. It looks like it's going to be a 30 by 40 this year and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be crazy. But the whole thing about it is when you see it, know that you're invited. If you see that going on, but you can't miss it, just go on and walk up, introduce yourself. We'll grab you and make sure and pull you in, and just take a look.
Yeah.
And if it's not for you, then that's fine. But I guarantee you, if you're there for football, you walk in there, you're going to want to be part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And once again, when is the first event coming up? The initial event.
So the first official event is a week from Thursday, and that's at NMSU Golf Course, and that's going to start off at 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30. Yeah.
So kickoff is at 7.
And kickoff is at 7 for the spring game. Okay. So absolutely, make your way, take advantage, get those Aggie Prime tickets, and keep us updated with what's going on. I can't wait to get to this next season. So.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk to Coach, and then we'll hopefully we can once we get everything launched. But then I want to come back and talk to you about that, and it's official. I can give out the website, and we'll be good to go.
Well, you know where I am every week around this time. Just stop by and grab the mic. It doesn't stop Max from doing it every once in a while.
Yeah, apparently I was just sitting at the bar like, you're on next. I'm like, okay.
Well, we can go ahead and tell Jason to go ahead and come on in next because he's going to be next. Thanks a lot, Scott.
Man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. As Scott mentioned, Jason from the NMSU Golf Course is going to be our next guest here, and very apt as well because Aggie Golf definitely doing really well right now. I think the second round of the Aggie Invitational, they're tied for 11th place. That's the NM State golf team as they went into today's action. And the women's golf team doing really, really well by over at Brigham Young. In fact, I believe that we've got who is it right here? Just wanted to go ahead and mix it. Major, I think she's tied for second right now, but that was going into today's place, so we're still going to wait to see exactly how that turns out here. And now we've got him in here. Jason, sir.
How's it going?
Doing good, doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you in right here. And just in case anybody doesn't know who you are, go ahead and let them know.
My name is Jason White. I'm the Director of Golf GM at New Mexico State University Golf Course.
That's right. And lots going on at the golf course these days. I mean, look at the weather today. You must have had at least a few people coming out today for this.
Yeah, well, we had a good little event at the golf course today. New Mexico Department of Transportation had a little fundraiser event.
Nice.
Little 32-team afternoon shotgun start. So it was a beautiful afternoon for them. They raised some money for their, charitable endeavors, and it was a good day for everybody.
Well, I think the weather was definitely on your side for this week. Last week, those winds were there. It would have been pretty bad to go ahead and come out here. I won't say bad, but it would have been challenging. We'll put it that way, right?
The winds are challenging, but I like to remind people, correct me if I'm wrong, because, in my business, weather weather can be a point of conversation, right?
Yeah.
And it seems to me, and I'd love to get your opinion.
Okay.
Just Las Cruces in general.
Okay.
And I'll preface it that I'm not from Las Cruces. I grew up in Washington State. And I'd say Las Cruces in general has beautiful weather 365. If you look at the totality of it, right?
Yeah.
But in Cruces, right, it's like every spring, it's windy.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it was windy last spring.
It was windy last spring.
And it was windy
the spring before that.
And
5 years ago, I think where there was some winds.
Maybe
10 years ago,
it was probably windy.
Yeah.
In the spring.
Yeah, windy in the spring. I think that it's one of those things that happens, and I think everybody deals with it. They're going to have a few weeks where we have the possibility of getting some visitors from Deming, and most of it's just the dust. That the wind blows off of Deming and brings into Las Cruces. And I will tell you this though, when I moved here, it's the first time I had ever heard of a brownout.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right? I mean, when windy in Cruces, if you can see the organs. Is it windy?
Nah, not really. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you're up on Tell Shore, or if you're up in that area and you can look down and you can see the valley, and it's not windy. When you can't see the valley, then you know that the dust is in there. And I will say this: one of the reasons that I do enjoy Las Cruces is because of the weather, the sunny weather. I had a convertible that I would keep that top down like in December and send pictures to my family that were in the snow.
So I mean, the spring winds does it hamper play a little bit? Sure. A shameless plug for NMSU Golf Course.
That's why you're here, sir.
We're kind of right behind the dam.
Yeah.
A little bit. We got some trees.
You got some trees. You got a little bit of wind break right there.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, if you get your ball up a little bit higher, it may travel, but then keep it low.
Downwind's good.
Yeah.
And ball go a little further. But so the winds. I mean, it is what it is. But people still play. You get out there, it's a little challenge. I mean, I tell people all the time, right? Golf is an outdoor sport. So, you got to play in the elements sometimes. And, by and large, golfers, the diehards, they're out there, man. They're out there.
Absolutely. But like you said before, overall, Las Cruces has pretty much that all year round days that are like this, where you get gorgeous. There's a little bit of a breeze, which actually helps you out, keep you cool a little bit. But most of the time it's like this, and it is an excellent place, which is why you see a lot of golfers come down here to the Southwest. You see a lot of tournaments come down here. You see a lot of, in fact, I think you've pretty much got tournaments running at least one every month, even December and January.
Well, yeah, I mean,
little tournaments or fundraising tournaments and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, for New Mexico State, we try to be a community partner. We try to be a vehicle for a lot of different organizations, whatever it might be, to utilize the facility to, raise money for scholarships for NMSU or for whatever charitable mission they have. So, I mean, I would say we try to spread them out. I mean, we're a public golf course. We do have pass holders, so we got to be, kind of balancing that. But yeah, we tend to host, and I like to host, kind of the bigger ones, especially the ones that fit the mission of the university, right? So, Golfing for Educators, Cowboy for Cancer, to mention a couple, DACC, scholarship fundraiser. And it's just a great opportunity, a great place to get out there and play and just, network as well, right? So I think a lot of businesses use those events as networking events. And if the golf course, if NMSU Golf Course could play a small role in those opportunities and those activities, it's a good thing for us to be a part of.
Yeah, I think my son is actually taking some lessons. He's learning how to play a little bit more these days. We were talking about it this last weekend because he suddenly got into I won't say suddenly, he took some time, but he got into the realty game, and he's realizing, you know what? I could talk to people on the golf course. I could make some sales. I could make some money. I better learn how to hit this ball.
Yeah, I mean,
not too well. You don't want to play better than your clients.
Well, you got to kind of
give them a little run.
You know what you're doing. You want to be comfortable out there. You want to have a respectable game. I teach a beginning golf class with NMSU, right? And I kind of treat it as a golf for business and life class, you know, and you know, you don't know what walk of life or what career you might be in, but I always tell that those college students is like, you want to be able to raise your hand. You want to be able to, you know, if your boss comes to you like, hey, we got to go entertain some clients, or hey, we got a charity event, or whatever the case is.
Exactly.
Hey, you want to raise your hand, right? You want to be the, you know, the man or woman, you know, that says, hey, yeah, hey, boss, or whatever, that I could, I'll go out and entertain those clients, or I'll go play in that event, or I'll, you know, absolutely. A lot of doors open. A lot of doors can be open through golf. Absolutely.
Yeah, the opportunity to meet other people and you meet new people. I've always said, as far as networking and the business on the golf course, it's just one of those things that goes hand in hand. And you're right. No matter what you do in life, no matter what business you get into, no matter what you're doing, at some point in time, there's going to be a charity golf course that somebody's going to ask you to take part in. There's just going to be something where, you know, maybe the person that's coming in that's going to work with you guys, hey, I want to play around in golf. Let's go ahead and talk over while I'm playing, you know, different things like that. But the opportunities that can come up like that are going to be there. And like you said, you want a respectable game. You don't necessarily want to, you know, you don't have to be, you know, PGA material or anything else like that, but just, you know, you hit the ball, kind of get it in the general direction, and
enjoy.
Yeah, that's why they make handicaps for most of that stuff as well.
Was it time for another plug then?
Time for another plug? Yeah, I was just looking. You saw my eyes.
PGA Junior League. Is
that the hope program?
PGA Junior Leagues are our youth program. So, you know, get your kids involved early, right? Get them comfortable with the game early. So PGA Junior League is a great opportunity for kids. We have a 13U program and we have a 17U program that we're doing. We kind of, you know, obviously model the PGA of America and the PGA Junior League model, but we also provide some opportunities for parents to get involved with their kids on the course through PGA Junior League, which is a great opportunity. And I'd also say, you know, for the listeners out there and whoever's watching, NMSU Golf Course has PGA Junior League, but Henry at Red Hawk and Eli at Sonoma Ranch, they also have PGA Junior League programs. So, you know, obviously we want kids to be part of our program, but really wherever you are, whatever golf course is maybe closest to you, PGA Junior League is a great opportunity to get kids involved in golf, really for the first time in what I would describe as maybe a less intimidating, less threatening, kind of more social environment. It's a team environment. It's kind of what I would describe as Little League, but for golf, right? You know,
that's a good way of putting it right there.
You know, if your kid maybe one day, you know, wants to play on the Sun Country Junior Tour, which is, you know, New Mexico and El Paso, which is a great opportunity for kids as well. You know, PGA Junior League is really kind of that gateway, right? Get them comfortable, get them on the golf course, playing golf, skill development, where they're not just, you know, maybe that first experience in a tournament, you're just kind of throwing them out on the golf course for 9 holes, and hey, you know, you gotta go, you know, play all 9 holes. That could be tough. So it's a great way to, you know, get kids comfortable being around golf, the etiquette, just, you know, the whole package. So PGA Junior League's a really great opportunity for kids, and you know, to hopefully develop that lifelong love of golf and all the opportunities that, you know, possibly could exist through the game.
Yeah. Zen golf, you know, just getting out there with you and the ball and a nice sunny day, and that's just, you talk about relaxing for the most part. There is a certain set of language that does come into the game after a while, especially when you hear and you know, there are a few things and words that can escape yourself. I know we're on the internet and I can say them, but I'm not going to do it anyway, because that was my first experience on the golf course, was just hit the ball, watch it fly off to the right, and go, But it was still, you know, like I said, still a lot of fun, still a lot of relaxing, just a lot of things when you consider golf as a sport. Now, did want to talk about, I guess, the Hope program, absolutely. Junior League. What is that? Because that's not the PGA.
Well, Junior League. PGA Junior League. That's the kind of our flagship youth programming that we do. We have Operation 36 as well as another opportunity for kids and adults. So that's some of our programming that we do at the golf course. Okay. But PGA Hope is a great program. PGA Hope helping our patriots everywhere, right? So this is
so what's going on with that?
PGA Hope. So it's through PGA of America, through PGA Reach, kind of the big foundation of the PGA of America. And so we were fortunate enough at NMSU Golf Course, New Mexico State University Golf Course, to receive funding for a PGA Hope program. So we started that a couple years ago. We've had 4 different sessions. We've had the opportunity to serve about 100 veterans thus far. And again, we were approved for funding again for this upcoming season. We have May 12th. So mark that on the calendar. Will be the start of session 1. And then we'll do another PGA Hope program kind of into the summer, September, fall-ish, I guess you could say. And so it's free. Okay, so obviously it's free, military, active, and veterans, and it's a 6-week program is what we do, and it's approved therapy with the VA, and it's just really a great program. So we've been a part of that, seen a lot of veterans come through there. Love to see the camaraderie.
Yeah.
There's some mentoring that goes in that you kind of see and you're a part of, with the veterans and some of the the younger either veterans or active, and just getting that community together, right?
Yeah.
Getting that veteran
military
together.
It is very much a community, and I'm sure you've probably noticed it, that it is awesome to kind of just maybe sit down in the clubhouse when all these vets get together and they start talking. The stories that you hear and the different things that you hear are coming out of those. Like you said, very much a sense of community in there.
Yeah, and it's obviously the least we could do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small thing, and it's I've seen it. It's meaningful. I had the opportunity to participate in the Baton Death March. We did kind of a little fundraising effort through the Baton Death March to create some awareness for PGA Hope, and kind of a young veteran, Tristan, from the Four Corners area, Farmington. We have a chapter up there. PGA Hope program up there through Tom Yost. And so, anybody listening to this as well, like maybe you might not be in Las Cruces, but there's a PGA Hope program in Farmington. There's a PGA Hope programming in Albuquerque at Twin Warriors through Zach Hopeful. And we just started a new program in El Paso at Ascarity. So it's kind of a section-wide thing. But yeah, Tristan, like, you could just tell, right? Just, obviously had the opportunity to walk 26.2 miles.
I mean, it's a marathon.
Yeah, it was. Whew, man.
And then they do. A friend of mine actually did the half.
Yeah.
And
they do a half.
And she sent me some pictures all over and just talked about how much it just pretty much kicked her ass, and just the 14.
Yeah.
And I was very proud of her because we're all getting up there in age, and to go ahead and decide because it's one thing if you decide I'm going to go ahead and do this when you're in your teens or in your early 20s. But as you get a little bit older, you decide to go for it. And then, you see some of the older participants that do take place. They do the full marathon. And then the military guys that are doing it with the packs.
The heavy. They call it the heavy.
Yeah, the heavy.
35, 30 or 35.
At 35, I think it's 35.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this year was the first year. I guess we got kind of on a little sidebar, but it's great to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think the first year in 2 years that they did it back live.
Yeah, because they had to. They did it virtually during the pandemic, during lockdowns. They did it virtually, which means you could run it, or you can go ahead and participate, and you just had to log your miles. That you were doing, and there were still, I believe, 500 people that did it virtually, but I think they had.
I think it was close to 5,000
this year. I can't remember the exact number, but I do know that they still had some people that were doing it virtually. But there's
not saying this year for the live.
Yeah, this year. This year for the live.
It was around 5.
Yeah.
I think in the prime or, pre-COVID, it was,
it was almost twice that much. Yeah,
exactly. But
it is. But yeah, you're right. This is the first year in a couple of years that they were back doing it live, and they actually had people out there at White Sands Missile Range running the course and the whole thing. And it is a grueling course. Every bit of terrain that you can think of, they kind of throw a section of it in there.
Yeah.
And so it's not just like when you see people run marathon races like the Boston Marathon, or you see all those races.
They're all difficult.
Yeah, they're all.
I heard somebody say that, like, because people run it too.
Yeah.
Like I remember. So from mile 8 to like mile 15 is like this like straight up climb thing, right? And we're walking it, right? And people like we're basically starting mile 8 or 9, 10, somewhere in that deal, and people are coming down.
Yeah.
Right. They're getting ready to. They're already over halfway, or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't remember. It was kind of a long day, but they were finished. They were running it. They were running. People run the whole thing, and I guess it's on paper one of the harder, marathons on record. Comparatively speaking, because of the
terrain, you have the elevation changes, you have the change, you have the sand, you have the road racing, the whole thing. You've got a little bit of everything that's in there. I mean, I'm sure you noticed that all the different parts that they have.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just and not to take away from anything, because I'm not running 26.2 miles for sure, but. Yeah, I'm not running a marathon, but you see some of the road races where it's just out on the road and it's fairly level, fairly flat, and you see those people. People are running 26 miles in a couple of hours. That blows my mind. And I wonder what the record is on the baton for time.
I don't know.
I would imagine
a lot less. It took us. We did it as a team, like I said, and it was a 9-hour. It was a 9-hour day.
It was a 9-hour day,
yeah. 9-hour day, which I thought was a decent pace.
That's pretty good.
Like we were moving. But circling back a little bit, just having the opportunity to walk and do that with Tristan, and to hear him talk about how PJ Hope really helped him, right? Helped him get out of his home or whatnot, just to be a little bit more social, to be engaging. Just you could tell that through golf and through PGA Hope, the military and veteran programming that we're doing here in Sun Country at New Mexico State and the other facilities that I mentioned, how much it impacted him, and it really, I think it helped his quality of life in one way or another. It helped him, maybe gave him something to do and something to be outside and to be around other veterans, and for them to share their stories and, whatever era they were, serving our country. They talk a different lingo, and they have different experiences. And so, I mean, obviously PGA Hope, and we're introducing the game of golf or helping veterans and active military get better at the game of golf and feel comfortable around a golf course as well. And that's just such a small part of what the program, to me, and what I've been witness to with the 100 or so veterans we've been able to serve through PGA Hope at New Mexico State University Golf Course is seeing that, the golf and being, doing all that.
That's golf fun.
It's obviously cool, and they're, hit the shot and the ball gets up in the air, or they, figure out, even if they've been playing golf for a while, and that one little tip, kind of helped them out or whatever. And, obviously there's some joy in that as an instructor, as a coach, when you're helping somebody, but bringing veterans and active military together and seeing those relationships that are built, and then seeing them after the program ends, right?
Yeah.
Seeing them back out at the facility,
yeah,
and playing and hanging out and doing the whole thing, right?
Yeah, when you see them come back just to play, or you see them hanging out, or like I said, when you get a few veterans around each other, at the clubhouse, it's one of those things.
Yeah, and our military community, over the last few years, being a part of this it was very eye-opening for me, right? Just the amount of veterans that call Las Cruces home, right? With the, kind of put the pin in the middle, and you look at
you look at White Sands, Holloman, you look at what we got down in El Paso,
Fort Bliss,
and the whole thing like that. And actually, there's a lot of veterans that I know that were stationed here at one time or another, and they decided when they decided to retire or they were going to get out, they wanted to come back here. This is where they wanted to go.
They're okay with the winds in the spring.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine with the winds in the spring and those chilling, 40-degree temperatures during the winter. You know,
very very cold. When
Yeah,
it's
that- I
70
mean,
by noon, right?
you know, sometimes I have to send pictures back at home, and they're saying, "No, we got snow," and I'm going like, "I know it's so cold, like 45 here."
Well, I joke around a little bit.
Yeah.
With the weather, it's too hot, too cold, too windy, too something.
Yeah, it's always.
But overall,
This is what I'm thinking. If you want to say that it's too hot, too cold, too whatever, too windy, or anything else like that, there's always somebody else in the country right at that moment that's got it a little bit of. Oh, it's too windy. Oh, really? What about the tornadoes down? You know,
right?
It's not all that windy. You know. Oh, it's a little bit too hot. It says, have you been to Phoenix or Vegas?
No humidity.
Humidity. Have you been down to New Orleans? Have you been down into the South?
I don't think we have to worry about a hurricane anytime soon.
No, sometimes we'll get some rain out the hurricane winds if they get in pretty bad like that. We don't have to worry about hurricanes. Occasionally, I think there'll be a earthquake, 3.5. I mean, freaks you out a little bit. But no, I mean, I can't complain about anything at all about that because there's always some place that's going to be worse. And I've lived in those really humid places. You know, I used to live in Houston. That was up on the coast. That is Gulf Coast. That is Gulf Coast.
It's different. I was in Ohio.
I lived in Phoenix.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah. That's hot. How does golf? Again, the shameless plug. NMSU Golf Course. We got some nice trees. You got some shade. you could kind of hide from the sun a little bit.
Jason,
Humidity.
That's why you're here. The whole thing is a shameless plug. Don't feel shame about that at all. You know, that's what we do. You know, shameless plug. Tune in every week to find out who's next. No, it is. I don't want to harp on the weather because you're like you said, it's a little bit of a joke. We make fun of the whole thing like that. But gorgeous days like this, man. I mean, honestly,
look at it.
I mean, think about it. Right now, you're going to have the sunset going down. You know, over the west. For the people that are just on the other side of the patio, they're going to get a gorgeous sunset. It's nice. It's pretty cool right now. The sun is out. A little bit of a breeze. We've got an audience out here on the patio. You know, that is
hanging out.
They're all hanging out. They're having a few drinks. They're enjoying themselves. You know,
we have a nice patio at NMSU Golf Course too.
I've seen that patio. That patio, the restaurant is pretty cool.
That sunset view.
Yeah, that's got it. What's the sunrise like right there?
Sunrise is pretty good. I mean, the way the clubhouse is positioned in the patios, I would say we're more of a sunset place, a little happy hour place. We got a new menu at the Players Grill.
Oh, nice!
So a new menu. You know, come check us out there.
I think
food.
The last time I was out over at the Players Grill and we were out at the NMSU Golf Course, we were doing a little something for George Lopez.
Yeah.
So they had the George Lopez special over at the Players Club.
We were giving away some concert tickets.
Yeah, that's what we were out there.
Yeah.
But it's a great place. If you happen to have a chance to check it out, the whole Players Club, the whole the view is great, the service is great.
And we're open to the public. I think that sometimes, you know, it's interesting. Like NMSU Golf Course, I get it all the time, right? Like, you have to be a student. Yeah. Do you have to be faculty? Do you have to be staff? Do you have to? So I just remind anybody, you know, listening or watching today, it's a public golf course. It's our, you know, I would say it's our community golf course. That's kind of the vibe and the culture. And try to have very relaxing, very inviting. You know, whether you're golfing or hanging out.
Do you ever get that question like, where is the golf course? Because it's somewhat hidden. You talk about the trees right there. It's somewhat hidden. I did not know there was a golf course right over there at that time for the longest time until somebody actually told me that the golf course is out there. But, you know, right there on University, if you're going down.
It is a little hard to find for whatever reason. You know, you got to Las Alturas, Loop Drive, geothermal, head towards a mountain. You know, we're kind of at the end of the road on campus, so to speak.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good clubhouse. The merchandise operation, right? We sell a lot
of store. There's a lot of
logo gear. Kind of design our own hats, stuff.
Yeah, some of the best place where you get some of the best Aggie gear is over at the pro shop.
Well, I mean, you said it, not me. So
yeah, I said it. In fact, I've asked people before, hey, where did you get that shirt? I got it at the pro shop.
Yeah.
So there's options right there, but it is a really great place. Got to check it out.
We have a little bit of everything, right? Like, yeah, we have the polos and stuff, but you know, t-shirts and sweatshirts and you know, hats and you know, glassware and a little bit of everything, kind of bookstore-ish, you know, in a roundabout way, and in one way or another, as far as the merchandise mix. And you know, sometimes in our golf operation, in our merchandise operation, we try to introduce some some fun, cool brands too that you might not see at the mall, or you might not see at Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, Swannies and True Links and Travis Matthews, and just some different brands too. The staples. We have the Under Armour and Adidas and Columbia and what I would like to say, a fair price. We try to pass our buying leverage and some of the discounts onto our customers. Right? We just want people wearing cool gear, wearing the brand, wearing the logo.
Absolutely.
If they like to, at a what I would say, a fair price.
I think. And when you look at it, it is fair, I think, like that. But you just got to see it for yourself. Trust me. Once you check out the shop, once you check out the place of the restaurant, the menu, the views, like you said, the whole thing, or just the whole experience, like you said, it is a public golf course. Everybody is welcome to come out and play. And I mean, all you've got to do is just stop by and check it out. And if you've been in town for a while, and you hear about some of the other courses like Red Hawk and Nacho and all that other stuff, so if you haven't played NMSU yet, get out there and play it. I think you'll be really, really surprised at an excellent course and just a whole lot of fun that you'll have there.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm just saying. See, I'm giving you the shameless plug now.
I like it.
You happy with that?
I like it.
And of course, you've got your PGA Junior Leagues coming up. You've got the whole program that's happening right there. Anything else that you got coming up with the course this season?
Yeah, I would just say, I guess first of all, if you don't remember anything we talked about, or you're like, where do I get the information? NMSUgolf.com.
Oh, I forgot.
That was that your job?
No, that was my. No, I had it. I had everything pulled up, and then 10 minutes before, I had to restart my computer. It didn't bring up all my tabs, so
I'll forgive you.
That's actually why we're running off one camera right now, because all my other cameras wouldn't start up right away. So.
Well, yeah. So NMSUgolf.com, when it comes to PGA Hope or the PGA Junior League, looking for a venue for an event, or if you think that a charity golf event might help your organization or whatnot, raise some funds, come find us, come see us, look up the information online, or find me. I'm pretty easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
So NMSUgolf.com, social media, we're present on there. You can look us up there as well. But yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. I mean, those are the programs coming up. The new menu is exciting, really good food. And the PGA Junior League, Operation 36, PGA Hope, just kind of everything we got going on. We try to have that community vibe. Yeah. And, I would say kind of a laid-back culture, right? We want to have inclusive, right? Come as you are. There's rules, I guess, at any business or any golf course, but, we just want people to feel comfortable. We want people to get out on the golf course. We have the Aggie Range program as well. I think maybe we've talked about that before on this. It's a great opportunity to learn the game and practice and play. So we just try to hit it from a lot of different angles and try to meet the needs of the, varied demographic of what, a golfer might be or should be or is. I try not to look at it that way. Just, hey, if you want to come play, enjoy. If you're good, if you're bad, if you're, I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions in golf that I would say that I've tried to maybe change a little bit. That you don't have to be great at golf to enjoy it. I joke around with clinics that I do sometimes, and I always kind of start out like, have you bowled before, right? Like, so I'd ask have you bowled for you? And then I would say, have you bowled to 300? No. But I would say, well, in golf, par would be equivalent to bowling at 300, right? If there's a scorecard in bowling, right, it would be strike, 300. That would be the goal. Yeah. And so golf, sure, there's a scorecard, and it might add up to 72 or whatnot. But in my opinion, it's kind of a mythical number. It's very, what you see on TV, watching the Masters, the average golfer, avid golfer, shoots about 90. Yeah. All right. So if you're shooting 100, if you're shooting 110 and you're out there with good friends, and you're having a good time, and you're enjoying company, and you're having an experience, maybe having an experience with your kids, right? I mean, NMSU Golf Course is a youth on course facility. So if a kid is participating in Sun Country Junior Tour or part of PGA Junior League and all the various programs, we offer a $5 green fee for youth on course. We're a youth on course facility. And so if you look at like a family unit, you know, because I hear that too sometimes, right? Like golf's expensive. I said, well, okay, you know, mom and dad, if the four of you were to go see a movie tonight, and you're gonna buy 4 tickets and get some popcorn and a couple drinks and maybe that box of candy and all that, how much you're spending?
Yeah,
60, 70.
And you know, it's just like anything else like that. If you get into there, there's going to be expenses. I don't know if you priced, you know, bowling balls and shoes and bags and stuff like that, you know, but it can get up there when you have that. But like you said, it's a sense of community. It's a sense of getting out there with your family, from the young ones to the grandparents and the other people that like to play. You can't tell me that a grandparent wouldn't love to have their kid up on the course, getting in a game in with them. And
well, what better place where you could go spend? I mean, if you play 9 holes or 18 holes, or you go with your family and you spend 2.5 hours outside at a golf course with your family
on a gorgeous day like that we've been having.
Maybe a slightly windy day.
Okay, well, if you're going to keep bringing up the wind, Jason, come on. I'm going to call you Windy Jason from now on. No,
I'll drop it.
It is just getting out there, like you said,
enjoy it
with the community, with your family, with your friends, with anything
else
like that.
That's what golf really is.
Yeah, and just like anything else like that. Earlier today, I was asking a question because there was just this little thing that says your idea of fun ends in your late 20s, like at about 27, with the idea that you have to become an adult to take on responsibilities. So I had that question today of what is it that you miss the most about being a kid? And I said, hanging out with my friends, you know, just being able to hang out with everybody at any time or anything else like that. There's nothing that says you can't do that right now. There's nothing that said I couldn't do that with everybody else. I mean, we just kind of get busy with things, but to be able to take that break, and like you said, just, you know, play 9, take a couple hours, go out there, have a little bit of fun, hang out with your foursome, hang out with your family, your friends, you know, grab something to eat out while you're out there, enjoy a little bit of your day, and then get back to whatever grind that you've got going. That's the whole part of golf. That's the whole part of sport in general.
Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons that we do this, is sports in general, man. You get out there, if you're watching a game, if you're participating in a game, and golf is one of those ones that no matter what age you are or where you are in life, you can absolutely participate in that game. And that's when you talk about shooting a par or anything else like that. That's why they have handicaps. That's why they take a look at the scores.
That's why there's different tee boxes.
Exactly. That's why they've got all of that up there to go ahead and make it fun and yet a little bit competitive. And most of the time, honestly, you're not competing with everybody else. You could be playing with other people. You'll end up competing with yourself, going like, okay, I got to do better on this next one, or I got to do this little thing. And you'll start adjusting yourself in your game as you go along. That's what I noticed the first time I played. I first took that first tee shot and went, but by the end, I was like, okay, got to focus here, got to hit it here, got to hit it. That one shot.
Coming back.
Yeah, I think I told you, because I told everybody that came in here talking golf that I took that one shot. It was at Picacho. Somebody was doing renovations on one of their houses. They had a porta potty out there, and that ball went straight to the right, and you hear it hit. It hit the porta potty, and I could have, in my mind, I'm thinking somebody went, hey, but it was not happening like that. But I hit it, and they said, hey, are you going to go after your ball? And I went, nope. That ball is going to stay there until somebody else finds it. Yeah, that sort of thing. But it was fun. It was a blast. It was you know,
like you said, golf. A grandparent, you know, their kids, all ages, different demographics, different athletic abilities, whatever the case is, right? Like it's probably the one. In one way or another, I don't know. I mean, you could fact check me, or we could have the conversation.
Oh, I will.
It's probably like the one sport where you could play on the same field.
Yeah.
Right, as professional athletes, right? PGA Tour, right? All the different courses you could go play, like where they play, and you could play and compete against the elite because of the USGA handicap system and the various different tee boxes and the lengths, right, that you could play on. And no matter your ability or, you know, skill set or whatever the case is, me and you could go play and have a friendly wager or whatever that might be, maybe a beer, or maybe a whatever.
Maybe a root beer.
And we could have that sense of competition
Yeah.
on that field, on that arena, and compete against each other. Even though maybe we have different skill sets,
Yeah.
right? And it's in the spirit of the game and the enjoyment and fun, and we get done and we're like, you might end up winning, right? Like, we got to give you a handful of shots, and
there you go.
maybe you hit one off the porta potty and it bounced back in, or
Hey, it would have been nice if it would have come back in onto the green. It would have been an awesome shot. It would have had another great story.
They call that rub of the green.
Yeah, there you go.
Rub of the green.
It was rubbing something, I'm sure. But it was. I'll put it this way. Bottom line is, get out on the golf course.
Yeah.
Give it a try. NMSU is a public course. It's out there for the community. Give it a try. I think you might be surprised at how much you would enjoy getting out there on the course, especially if you're with a few friends or some family members as well. And, just playing a few holes, playing the 9, coming back to the clubhouse, like I said, grabbing something to eat. Like I said, I think you will be surprised on how good that makes you feel or how much you enjoy it. Bottom line, that's the way it goes. Head over to the website, nmsugolf.com.
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
Okay. Head over to the website, get out and get any more information, and you can find out about the PGA Junior Leagues, the Hope Program. What was the other one?
Just if you wanted to host an event or you needed a venue, and
I think we've got something, not a tournament or anything, but we've got something that's going to be coming up for Father's Day, I think, at the NMSU Golf Course.
Yeah, we're hosting Lindsay through Adams Radio, kind of the partnership that we have with Adams Radio and whatnot.
I think we're going to be doing our Putting for Padre.
Putting for Padre event over there.
Yeah,
the week before that, we have, the week after that, we have a fun Father's Day event.
Oh, there you go.
A little kind of 9-hole scramble and a nice steak dinner and all that good stuff. So we did that last year. Was kind of our first year of the
talk about getting out with Dad and the family, all that.
Yeah.
But all of that information, all that stuff, you can find that information out over on the website. Check it out. Thanks a lot for coming in here. It's always good to see you and always good to talk with you. And once again, we're going to wrap things up with Mesilla Valley News Sports, our podcast here. Remember, every Tuesday night, you can come down here to the Broken Spoke. We're going to be out here on the patio, and if the days are like this, it's just going to get better and better as we go along through the summer and through our fall sports season. Spring sports season. Got a little ahead of myself, Started thinking about that football game coming up next week. Yeah,
Scott probably
talk
about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talked a bit about that and more. But come on out here for Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast, brought to you by Instacopy Imaging. We will see you guys next Tuesday right here out on the patio, 6 o'clock.